and share my screen. Okay. All right, so let me know if you can see this.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So this is the Dare to Dream four-step process that Jason L. Scott kind of came up with it, and now it's used across the board. You start with these four steps, and making sure that, say for instance, you got a new person, and you're getting them going. This is the very thing that they need to be introduced to off of the top. Some of the stuff, like where he has Team NGD, there's some great information on Jason's website, but also now at the Global One Team Training site is phenomenal information. It tells you how to prospect, um, having home parties, all kind of stuff. It's just very, very detailed. So I would suggest going to Global One Team Training and printing off all of that and study it and get to know it like the back of your hand, because the more that you are in tune with that, after a while you won't even need the papers. I still need the papers because some of it's new, and once I learn it, then it's just going to be embedded in my brain, and I can just off the cuff just be able to talk about it. So that's my suggestion there. But it's four steps. You already know the majority of this. Product of the product. Hey, proof's in the pudding. You're doing great before and after pictures. I was like, I'm stealing some of Tasha's pictures.
That's all I do. That's all I do.
Oh my God, you've had some great posts. So keep that up for sure. Making sure that the auto ship is set. That's one thing I wanted to talk to you. My goal is for you and Michael to be at executive director by May, hands down. I need the entire month of May in order to do the run for regional. So I need the two of you to become executive directors. So I am going to help you get there, period. So it's going to be very important. I know you said you have your auto ship set at 80 right now, right?
Right.
Okay, so you're good for the first run that we're going to do, which is director. And I'm hoping that the two of you can get there within the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then we can start focusing on what it takes to get you to executive director. So the next few weeks are going to be hard and fast, and we just got to keep things moving along as quickly as possible, because my goal is for the entire team to walk across the stage in July and get your director's pin, your executive director's pin. And then when we come back in July, okay, what's the next thing that we got to do to move to the next level? How do we keep going?
Right.
And how do we keep building from a retail perspective? So that's where my focus is. I'm not leaving anybody behind. If you get left behind, it's because you wanted to be left behind, plain and simple.
Okay. Exactly.
Because this right here is good stuff. I've seen it work a million times over, and including myself. So I know it works if everybody participates. So that's it on that. So we'll make sure that you print out the information from this site, and in any of the information from the team NGD. He's got some great scripts out there to use. Just wonderful information.
Awesome.
So that, and then build a list. I know you already started your list. You already got people. You go, girl.
Well, I'm working on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Jesus.
one thing I wanted to tell you is, are you going to get binary qualified today?
I'm trying to. I need to get back. I did not sign up last night. Um, don't know what happened. I'm gonna contact her today. And then I have another girl. She said she was contacting me today. My goal was to get Corey under me, but the account took $99. And I figured, well, I'm gonna just let that go because I need that money back ASAP. So
Mhm.
whatever. So I'll just use those products.
Okay.
Um, But that was my goal, of putting him under me.
Okay.
Um, but that's gonna have to wait till Friday for him. So I'm trying to hit at these two
Okay.
other people and see what they can do. I'm trying my hardest here.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. No, no, no. I mean, you're doing good. Did you decide, you said you just decided to keep the products instead of calling customer service to get them to reverse it?
well, how long would it take for the money to come back?
Mm, I don't know. It probably be the normal banking days, which is what, 2 to 3 days, probably. Um, yeah, that's just crazy. It had to be that date, something happened with that date that shifted to that the current date that made that happen. So I apologize for that because that should not have been the case. It should have been 30 days from when you set your auto ship up. So
Yeah, that
yeah,
was pretty odd. I don't know what happened either. I've never seen it before. That's why I was like, is this something new that happened?
no, 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 no.
um,
That should not have happened. So
but
okay,
nevertheless, I figured, well, I'm gonna just let it go and just check it up and try to figure out another way
okay,
to get Corey on
okay,
um, before I could try to get him on before Friday. So
okay.
um,
Yeah, I
that's
would
my
I would
goal.
love to announce you in this week. That creates so much excitement. Like, man, she just joined and then she already binary qualified. I gotta get myself together. You know, so
Right,
I like
right, absolutely.
creating that kind of competition between people because
Absolutely. I'm very competitive, so I totally am. Yes, absolutely.
okay, fantastic. So um build a list, keep reworking your list. I'm still working my list from 2 years ago. I've worked it, reworked it. People that I follow up with, there have been some people that were customers that are now business partners, others that, just really doggone good customers. I mean, like clockwork, every month they just buy product from me. So, my list, the way that it looked to me, 2 years ago is not how it looks now. It's been people added to it. Some, it kind of were taken away that I've added back. It's just
Right.
really funny. But to have that list and have it in, a nice little notebook. And that's one thing I periodically check with everybody. Show me your calendar. If your calendar is blank, and that means the one that you carry around, I have mine in my that means that you broke. That I need to see your activity on the calendar. It's great to have it in your phone and whatever other app and all that, but what happens if something happens to that phone? Your life ends.
Right.
Life is
Okay.
over.
That's
So
good.
make sure you have a separate book that has all your contacts. It's good to put all your contacts in a spreadsheet, and then keep notes, like every time that you cycle through. Okay, this is the date that I talked to the person initially. you know if they got a 30-day supply of something, okay, I need to talk to them in 3 weeks because they're going to be out of product in 4 weeks. So you make a note of when your follow-up date is. And then you also, and we're going to go over this in the training tomorrow night, and then you also keep notes. Oh, you know what? This time they were talking about their knee hurt. I need to send them a sample of the ISO oil, and then put down the date that you sent them a sample of the ISO oil, just so you have a spot that helps you remember. My phone looks crazy with, I have people that are in there, this first and last name, and then in parentheses beside them, met at Walmart on the day that it snowed. You
All
know,
right. Right.
so that's how I remember. Oh, hey, how you doing? Girl, did you get that egg, the eggs and the bread and the milk? How do you make out? And that helps me
Right.
immediately remember, because a lot of times I'm like, oh my God, who is this? I don't remember this person
Right. Right. Right.
calling me. So those kind of triggers are very, very, very helpful in making a list and making sure that you keep cycling it. Have a day every week that is just about calling and following up with everybody. Mine has to be 3 times a week because I got people with different schedules. So I block out 2 hours where I'm just calling, hey, how you doing? You know, I try to keep it short. I got some people that are talkers. I try to keep my talkers, you know, spread out because I know they're going to take longer than the 5 minutes I plan on being on the phone. So,
Yeah.
you know, you figure out who your customers are, and if there's somebody that was kind of teeter-tottering on the business, you know, make sure that you get them on, you know, the call that we did, which is, you know, the same thing as the opportunity calls. But one thing that they mentioned yesterday at the Super Sunday, they're getting ready to do a call that's specific to women, specific to men, specific to couples. I love it. I absolutely love it. So
That's
that's going to
great.
be coming out very soon. So we'll definitely incorporate that into what we do as well. So that's it with the make your list. So I want to see your list. So if you could just send me a picture, it doesn't even have to be clear. You know, I just need to see that you've written it out in your little book that will become the TLC Bible that has all of your contacts in it, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So let's see. Okay. And let's see, on to step 3, build your business now. You know, welcome calls, you know, making sure that, you know, you edify when you welcome somebody to the team, you edify whoever your sponsor is. And that's another thing. I love the fact that, you know, TLC is big on this whole edification thing because there's so much disrespect. You know, you don't disrespect whoever your sponsor is. You show, you know, that, oh yes, you know, that person is the bomb. They're the ones that know what's going on in the business. So when you get ready to do a 3-way call with somebody, oh my God, you make it seem like I am the queen of Egypt. And
Right.
you work me on, and this person's like, wow, I'm getting ready to get some great information from somebody super important in TLC. It's amazing how people just get so over, they are happy about that, and it works. It's about psyche, everybody's psyche, if they feel like they're talking to somebody important. So
Absolutely.
I'll make sure that you always you have my edification. Like Toka, she's memorized my edification now, and so she knows it. And you know, and after a while, you won't even need to have it written out, and you'll just know it in your head. And just like we need to know your edification. And whatever degrees that you have, how long you've been doing MLM, you know, that kind of stuff, that you're, you know, one half of a power couple, you know, you and your husband in the ministry, and you have X amount of kids, and, you know, that kind of stuff. And people are like, wow, she does all of that, and she does this business too. Man, I can
Right.
do that. I can do this. So that
Right.
kind of stuff. So we definitely want to make sure that we get your edification. And then the fact that we have a 4-step process. You tell people it's 4 steps to this. Really simple. Really simple. You know, you just go through the 4 steps is wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. It's the same thing. And you show them that it's not rocket science, and they're okay, I can do this. So we want to make
Right.
sure that we keep it simple, and when we put things in front of people, and then just, I mean, blow them up, you know, so over the top excited about them and joining the team. You put them in the banner, you put them out, and it's just amazing how receptive everybody is. And then, you know, making sure that you're keeping in touch with everybody, you know, when they come on, and like if you're doing a virtual grand opening, that you make sure that you capture everybody that joined, that is going to be a part of that particular call, and then you just keep it moving, and you follow up, you know, with whatever they decide to do. So, excuse me, that was step 3. You know, get out your calendar, schedule your game plan, your interviews, like I mentioned, the VGO, or your launch calls. And what that is, instead of having your home party, you have it on the phone. And you get someone like me and Toka. Toka can come on and do the products. I'll jump in and I'll talk about the money. And we do all of it within a max 20-minute time frame. and then we drop the call. Done. Everybody's cut off the call. And then you start to follow up with each of those individuals that join the VGO, and then we are on standby. If somebody is interested in getting product or interested in joining the business, we immediately get on the phone and we do a three-way call with that person, and you allow me to speak to them. After you've gotten some initial information, when you call me to say, hey, I need you to do a three-way with me. I've identified that this person is this type of personality. I'll send you the personalities list. Let me make a note of that personalities list. It's very important to understand people's personality. For instance, a Ruby is somebody who only wants to hear about the money. That's all. They don't care. Okay, yeah, I know the products work. I don't need to know all those details. Tell me the money. They just want to know how can they get rich. As opposed to a Pearl who's very kind and loving and wants to just cure the world, and they want to know every ingredient and just love on everybody. So that's the opposite end of the spectrum. We got people in the middle. Some people that want to hear some detail, and like an Emerald, those different types. It works. My God. Once I understood personalities, doing the presentation made it a whole lot simpler. And what you'll see if you come to the Thursday night training, Sip and Seekings, I may change up how I do the money. Like this past week, I started with my story because I felt out the room, and I was like, they need to hear my testimony, and then I'll finish it up with the lineup so that they can clearly see. But I based it on the response. The lady of waving her hands about the hot flashes. So I was like, okay, and how the room responded to her, and like, woo, yes, give me that love for them hot flashes. I was like, okay. So they're going to be more in tune if I share my story. Whereas the week before, I didn't share my testimony. We had a room full of people that wanted to know about the money. They wanted to know about the money. That's it. If I come in now or if I wait, we were getting those kinds of questions. So I didn't tell my testimony at all. I just went right into the lineup that you saw at the end, where I put everybody in placement. And then Kristen was the one who decided to pray on it. I did that first before I did anything else. So you kind of, you fill it out, and you understand what kind of personality, and then that way you share that information with me, and I immediately come back on the call with you and that person from the VGO, and you edify me when we get on the call, and then I ask them, well, what is it that you tell me what you like so much about the call? And then whatever they say, my response is, me too. Me too. Me too.
Right.
I love whatever you love is what I love. And
absolutely.
And then I share, different things with them about that. And then depending on the personality, I may tell another small testimony, and then go right into pricing, or what they wanted to do, how many products they wanted to buy for the night, or if they're interested in the business. I was like, all right, so what's your belief factor tonight in yourself? How much are you willing to invest in your independent business for Total Life Changes? We have several packages. Tell me how much you're able to invest tonight, and we can work from there. And then we just kind of keep going through, and until we get the order. And then what I'll do is work with you to make sure that you understand everything that's going on in the back office. And I'm not going to stay around for you to collect all of the information. You just gather up the information at that point and go ahead and place the order or get them signed up in the back office. And then you just circle back with me saying, okay, that one's done. Then you move on to the next person. So that whole cycle happens. We try to make sure that VGOs are scheduled, kind of early in the evening, like 7. That way it'll give you a little bit of time to get through. If you have, 4, 5, 10 people that show up on a call and everybody's wanting something, that'll give you time to get it done before it gets too late in that evening.
So I should create Okay. So rather than doing home parties, it's like over the phone right
Right.
now.
And that's, some people like doing home parties, and we will come and do home parties. I love, being able to go to someone's home, because that means they're invested and they're really interested and they want all of their friends to know. So I really push that. But if it's somebody's like, well, shoot, I work 3 jobs and I only have an hour, what can we get, like, 20 minutes of that hour? I'm gonna ask
Right.
for it,
Exactly.
and we just get on the phone. So, but one of the things that in the email, the welcome email, was for you to set up your freeconferencecall.com, so that you have your conference line and your very own password. All of that's free. You can set it up, and boom, that's it.
Yeah,
And
I got that. Yeah, I did that.
fun, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, so that part's done. So that's it for that. And then of course, the wow parties, which is, we call them all kind of things, sip and sees, wow parties, home parties, whatever works for people. But I think the whole sip and see, people like to hear that. It's like, oh, okay, I get to see some stuff and sip on some stuff. They love it.
Absolutely.
They absolutely love it. And inviting, what we found out, like, for last week, I invited, oh God, 30, 35 people. And only, how many of y'all showed up? 3? Yeah. So it kind of lets you know how many people you got to invite, and you're going to get 1,001 excuses. Okay, no problem. We do this again next Thursday. Can I put you down? And they were like, yeah, go ahead and do that. Okay, I'll follow up with you. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you next Thursday. And if you get, oh, wow, I can't make it on Thursday, I'll say, what day can you make it? And when can you and I just talk? And then I'll play the recorded message that I sent to you earlier in the chat. We put them on that. And then you just talk for a few minutes right after. So tell me what you liked about what you just heard. And I mean, that's pretty much our presentation that you would have heard if you came to a sip and see. Oh, well, shoot, I think I need me some of that tea. Okay, I'll put you down. 4 packs, would you like a month? Or what were you thinking, 2 months? Oh, well, I thought maybe a day. No, a day's not going to do it. You at least need a week. And then I don't suggest anything less than 2 weeks, because you kind of want it to really get in your system and work your system. So
Right, 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 right.
you
But yeah,
gotta,
you got to. Yeah, that's me right there.
there you go. Got to talk that thing up and get them to the point where they get at least a month's supply, so they're not circling right back, and that's something else for you to have to do. So if you can get them all set for the month, that's great. And then you're like, oh, wow, you know what? You're on this tea. You're going to get all the garbage out, but you need to put some good stuff back in. What about a bottle of NutriBurst?
Mm,
And then, like, it's the NutriBurst. I mean, that stuff gets in at 98% absorption at the cellular level. My God, it just gets in. And you shouldn't smell this in your pee when you go to the bathroom, because something is wrong. This stuff's supposed to stay in your body and work.
right. Yes.
So I just have all these different things. I play off of the people and let them talk, and they will tell you what it is that you need to say to them. But it works. So make sure that anytime that we have a party, um, and you have guests that come, try to get them to set up a home party and for free product. A lot of people like that too. Book a party from the party. Book a party from the, what do they call it? Bam Fam. Book a party, book a meeting from a meeting. That's what they call it, Bam Fam. You'll probably see that on some presentation. But that works too. People like gatherings. Tell
Oh
them
yeah.
tell them you'll bring a bottle of wine, whatever it takes to get in their house with all of their friends. So that's that. No cancellations. I tell people, no, you can't cancel. Why are you canceling? Okay, well, are you gonna order from me today, and then we'll go ahead and get you set up to come next week? What would you like? We talked about the detox tea. Do you have any questions about the product? So you try to get them plugged in. And then I've had incentives for people to come to the parties too. Hey, if you come, you'll get a 3-day supply of the ISO tea. So that's 3 instant packs. That cost me $3, but just to get somebody to come. No problem. Then they
Right.
come here and they spend 300. Love them. You walk away with
Right.
$3 worth of product that I had to invest, and then I in turn got 300 back. So phenomenal. Um,
Absolutely.
so those are just some little tips, and then making sure that you stay plugged in. There's 1,001 meetings. Like on this one, this information has been changed because of our wonderful Sprint and T-Mobile companies. They started to charge by the minute some of the people, so we had to change that up. So I need to get that information updated on here. But all of these calls are available. Boom, 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 boom. And Jason invites all of us to. He has a Sunday mastermind session at 9 p.m. So find him, Jason L. Scott the first, and follow him, and he'll pop up whenever he's doing a Facebook Live or that he's getting ready to have a meeting or something, and you'll get a chance to see his
His
information.
name is Jason Nelson.
Jason L. Scott the first.
Jason L. Scott the first. Okay.
Yes, yes. All right, so those are good. And then, of course, all the Stormies meeting. We have, Stormy has a Monday night meeting at 8:30. Absolutely. The team is expected to be on the Monday night call at 8:30 every week. And then we have, I have the G4G training on Tuesday evenings from 9 to 10. And then, of course, every night there is the opportunity call. So if there's somebody that's interested and want to hear live people talking, which they can't really tell, but if you want to put them on something, we have a 10 o'clock call every night where that Stormy hosts or somebody from Stormy's team hosts, and they get somebody on, whether that's Candace Bird Davis, Dale Drake, whomever. I think tonight, which would probably be a really good one if you're up at 10 o'clock, to listen to the opportunity call, because it's going to be Candace Bird Davis and Daryl Drake, and they do really well together. I like listening to them. Candace is very good. And then there are also, sessions, the Wake Up and Win with Stormy every morning at 9 o'clock. And then Saturdays, there's always something going on with Tanya Dexter or Greg and Lanika. So we'll all stay plugged in. I try to put everything in the chat and give everybody a heads up before the sessions are about to come up. So we can all stay plugged in. After a while, yes, it's going to sound, repetitive, but it seems like each time I pick up something new, just some little torquey thing that might be working for one of the leaders. So I try to make them, to most of them. For me, some evenings, 10 o'clock, oh my God, if it's somebody that has a really monotone voice like like
Right.
Pam McCrae's husband, oh God, I can't call his name right now, but I tell you, his voice puts me to sleep. I fall asleep every time he starts talking. I remember one night he was doing the 10 o'clock call, and I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and the phone.
I know. I don't like monotone. I hate it.
He put me fast asleep. So you'll figure out which ones you connect with, and you govern yourself accordingly. But pick the interest, show the plan, do the 3 ways. Here's some scripts that you can use to help you out. But I think you're doing a great job of being able to introduce, keeping people interested in your postings, and most importantly, get outside of your normal environment. Change it up where you can meet some different people. After a while, some things get stale, and you just have to go other places. Like I started walking at the mall in the morning, and I got some brand spanking new customers. Or I'll pick up, go through social media and just say, hi to certain people, and next thing you know, you may have a friend from that. Or you go to, a different coffee shop than what you're used to going to. Wherever, just make sure that you stay plugged in. And vending events, there's one Saturday. If you're available, would love for you to come and hang out with us. I invited the whole team. the fee was only $50, but they are expecting over 1,000 people to show up to this event at the Fitness Connection at the old Walmart location on W.T. Harris Boulevard. So that will be going on from 8 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. So I'm going to be there all day. I do have to step away for, I'm going to my first minister's training on Saturday. I'm excited about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm going to step away and do that. And it's like, okay, guys, the rules are that somebody has to be at this table every minute. Like, we cannot leave it blank with no representative there. So people are going to cycle in and cycle out all day, but I'll just have to step away for that short amount of time, but I plan to be there the entire day. So if you want to swing by and do some blitzing, talk to some people, pick up some new customers or some new business partners, you never know. In that 1,000 people, and, I can't talk to everybody. So I was like, I'm just going to open it up to the whole team. Everybody come out here and we all just talk and we learn from each other. So
Absolutely. That
that
would be awesome. Okay.
perfect. So you'll see that information shared at the training tomorrow night, and I'll put it in the chat and on the Facebook page. So that's that for this particular 4-step process. I want to make sure that we kind of go through the email. So your information was shared. You've already set up your let's see, your free conference call. You've already done that. Have you listened to the 24-hour calls that's listed on in the email that I sent over?
Yeah, I'm listening to that. I was going to listen to some of those tonight to refresh my memory.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And then there's a memory jogger link in here too that kind of helps you think of people to add to your list. It's really good. I've used it myself when I was building my list. And then all of the training material, attending all the calls. And then there are tons of YouTube videos about how to use the back office, the products, learning more about Stormy Wellington. And then our information for tomorrow night is included in here, how to order shirts and stuff, which you already know how to do. And then, the most important thing, getting your daily calendar, your journal, a mini notebook to make sure that you're, taking notes wherever you go. Anybody that asks or says anything that you need to remember, always have that notebook with you to take notes, and any devices that work best for you. And then of course the rest is just informational stuff and making sure that you have all of your necessary materials. So again, just making sure that you print off everything at the global one team training.com site, and have that on hand and study it to the point you know it so well. I want to know too, when can we put you in front of the room? When will you feel comfortable enough talking about a product, or what if you'd like to host one of the Thursday events? We're trying to get people comfortable and pretty much shoving them out the nest. So when do you think you'll be ready to be in front of the room? Uh-oh. Did I lose you, Tasha? Hello? Uh-oh. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't.
Can you hear me?
Try it again.
You can.
Uh-oh. Okay, say something now.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can now.
Well, I see what you're saying because the lady that's trying to join,
Mm-hmm.
the first lady said that something was wrong. Now I'm getting a response from the other lady saying I'm trying to get on the link and something's wrong.
Okay, so she's going in and trying to get signed up too?
Yeah, I got both of them saying something's wrong with my link. So,
Yep. If they go to your site, so let me go to your site myself. And I bet you it's just like what I was saying. They get there and
what I'm gonna do is let me call you on the phone because the video is very low.
okay. Tasha, here's your site. And I come over here and I say join now. Yeah. They're having that problem. Are you going to be able to see what I do? Because I wanted to show you what you, okay. Let's see. Oh, God, please leave me alone. Hey, I'm doing a training. I'll call you back.
Oh, I just want to tell you, listen to your thing.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. All right, so my mama and technology, Lord have mercy. Okay. All right, so can you see what I'm doing? Okay.
No, well, no.
Oh, you can't see my screen?
No, I can see you though.
You can see me. Uh-oh. You should be able to see my screen as well. It says I'm sharing. Oh, let me see what it might be.
So do you think I should tell her to call so do you think I should say, well, let me call you and let's do it together?
Absolutely. I never, ever, 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 ever send anybody to my site to
Okay.
on your own. I don't do it because you get that and you don't want them to get frustrated. You're like, well, never mind. You know, you don't want that to happen. So I'm in your back office now. Like they would go to your site. I'm not in your back office. I'm here where they would go and hit join now on your page. And what I'm guessing, like I said, when they go to this and they fill out the new affiliate information, the billing information, contact information, and then they get to that replicated site URL section, they have to come up with some unique name, and it gives you the information here what it's looking for. But somebody that doesn't understand TLC, they're not going to know what to do here.
Now that big box at the bottom, we still don't mess with, right? The
No.
big box.
No,
Right.
don't
That's
put.
still the thing.
Yeah, leave that blank. Don't even click inside of it. Just
I
don't.
don't even know why they got that there. That's confusing. But
It
okay,
is
never
confusing.
mind.
I've had to start over before because I accidentally clicked inside of that box and it wouldn't do a thing.
Okay. Okay. So,
Not very user friendly. So yeah, when they go to get to that replicated site URL and that first box that says http://www.totallifechanges.com/, in that box underneath there, they got to come up with some kind of unique name. Like the last lady, you just put something in there. She put Teewee, TEEWEE. I was like, okay, yeah, nobody's gonna have that. Nobody's going to have that. So she put that in there, and it took, and we didn't have any problem getting registered on the site. But that box is the reason why your people are getting kickback. I guarantee. So yeah, you set up some time to meet with both of them and do it yourself. And then what I usually do in setting up people's password, I use their first name and the year. That keeps it simple. And then, so Tasha, like I did you, Tasha 2017. You know, you can do whatever you want that helps you to remember. But if it ever comes a point where you need to get in somebody's back office and they changed it, then you just have to work with them to get that information to be able to get into their back office. And that's another thing too, you know, we're not going to be shy about, you know, going into everyone's back office, especially when we get ready to do the runs. Run to director, whoever the last person is that came in the organization, that's where my order will go, and allow the volume to roll all the way up in the organization. So everybody benefits, not just that one person underneath me. And since you've made it to director before, you understand all of that. So. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's what's going on there. So help them out. And the only other thing I can say is, you know, make sure that whenever you got somebody who wants to join, definitely do that 3-way. And the calls are there. You have all the information, print off everything, and we're going to go through it all during the training call tomorrow. But that's basically it. Nothing earth-shattering. You know, it's just follow the process and don't try to, you know, get out and be too creative. The Blitz cards are amazing tools. Amazing tools. I don't know if you're on the well, yeah, Corey's on the TLC marketing site, so you know all about the Blitz card. But that's, oh my gosh, I've given it before, given one out and walked away. And then that person's chasing me down in the parking lot, or, you know, calling me by the time I get in the car after reading through some of the information on the Blitz card. So they are extremely helpful. The signs on the car, you know, that has brought me tons of money. I've even been in the dentist chair before, and the girl called me while I was in the dentist chair. She's like, "Hey, I see your car outside this dentist office. I need to buy some stuff from you, like some tea, NutriBurst. Do you have that resolution?" What? Oh my God! I'm in the dentist chair, and I made that kind of money. So I told her I had to meet her after I got finished. So I met her right back there, and like a couple hours later, and she bought tea, NutriBurst, resolution right on the spot, just from a sign on my car. So that's a very helpful marketing tool. And then, excuse me, I always have product on hand. They laughed at me about having my Ziploc bag. I don't care where I went. I have products on hand. I don't care. I go to the restroom. I don't care. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm sure you know about that too. You just gotta be always ready.
One of the things that I said, well, if you know anybody that also looking for You know, I just don't let them go out and just buy. I said, listen, if you are, you know, anybody that's looking for, you know, to make some extra money, can you please let them know about me? And, you know,
Oh, you just popped out. I can't hear you. Uh-oh. Okay, I think you're
so,
back. Yeah. I can hear you.
oh, you can.
Uh-oh, it went back. Okay. I think it went back out. What you doing to that phone? I can't hear.
You can't hear me?
Now I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yes.
This Zoom, they got to do better.
I'm like, what is going on? You keep going in and out, then it says that you're on mute. I'm like, what is happening? Okay. So,
I know, I don't know what's going on. And I'm sitting just talking. I was saying, you know, hopefully I can figure out, because that's my biggest thing. And that's my biggest pet peeve last time. My customers always had a problem, even just the customers, ordering from my back office.
right.
And it should not be that complicated.
No. I'm hoping that this new thing is going to
Deal
be
with
good.
customers. I don't want to always having to go on the back office or go on the website and do it for them. I want it to be easy, user friendly. So hopefully, whatever they're changing, they'll change that as well, because I'm like, what in the world is going on? You know, so, and I had that a whole lot last time too, because the website was just a little complicated.
Yeah, and it's still complicated. And so what I've seen and what was discussed yesterday at the Super Sunday is just a couple of clicks and they're in. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And where you can have your customers now go to the to your website and they can set up their own auto ship. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. People that I don't have to keep track of, and the product goes straight to them every 30 days. Beautiful. That's less work for me, but the money is still coming in. So fantastic there. So, but yeah, make sure that you go in and set up your lead capture page, which will be on your let's see, under resources. When you go into your member login and then go into the back office, it'll where you see resources, that'll be at the top of the screen. Just click on that, and at the bottom right hand corner you'll see lead capture page, and just go ahead and set that up, and you should be good to go. Uh-oh, I lost her. Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Up to your account.
Okay. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to have this one-on-one with you, and so we can kind of talk through some things. And you know, I think at some point I will want you to speak on, you know, your all your social media tips. So I'll put you on the agenda in our team meetings on Tuesday. And then of course you let me know when you feel like you're ready to get in front of the guests on Thursdays and present a product or whatever it is that you want to do.
Oh, I mean, I could do this Thursday. That's fine. I love NutriBurst. I don't mind.
Okay.
I mean, anything. I've used it all. The only thing I didn't use is that the Chewy. I haven't used that, nor the Chaga. I haven't used those yet. Everything else I've used.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you want to definitely, that Chaga is the bomb. I love it. 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 So
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited because this again is a new run for me, and I can't stress enough how I'm.
I can't hear you again. Uh-oh, looks like you're frozen up. Oh, come on. Uh-oh.
You
Signal.
know, um, I am a Facebook junkie. I'm not gonna lie, but I
Lost her. Uh-oh, I lost Tasha. Okay, so Tasha, I'm going to end this now, but make sure that you go to, let me just pull up the global one. I'm going to pull this up here, but see the link here, global1teamtraining.com, and go down and print out product with product, build a list, schedule GPS, game planning session, what to say when you call, scheduling your tea party, and plug into the system. Print out all of that information, and so that you have it on hand and study it to, you know it like the back of your hand, okay? All right, so it's been great. I'm not sure what happened. You may have hit a dead spot, but I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I will send this this Zoom meeting to you, and you can look at it a little bit later. All right. Thanks a bunch for joining, and we'll talk soon. Okay. Bye-bye.